Okay, guys, we're back for another episode of Let Me Finish, the podcast where two sisters debate, cut each other off, and at the end of every episode, we still end up in laughter. I'm one of your hosts, Janice.
I'm Jillian.
Okay. And if you are just now tuning in, we have been reviewing Love Island, and this has been a pretty juicy segment. It has
Mm-hmm.
been our Casa Amor, basically wrapping up Casa Amor. So the last episode we went into Casa Amor, kind of the new couple, like the people that have been into each other talking, and then now we're at Casa Amor where they're having another day, and we're gonna go right into episode 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we ended with Melanie and having a conversation with Corey about Sincere and how Sincere isn't really being honest with her, but for whatever reason, she keeps defending this man.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that he was able to tell her an outside perspective, like, "Hey, he's not telling you the truth." I don't know if she believes it. I don't think she believes it, but
Do you think, because Corey did bring up Sincere and what he's been doing, is this something new as far as the Casa Amor bombshells coming in
no,
and seeing all the previous episodes
no.
and can reference those episodes?
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah, like
Okay.
bombshells always come in and hey, you deserve better. I could be better. I mean, that's the point of a bombshell. Like they always let the people who come on the show watch all the way up until they get on. Mind
Okay.
you, maybe an episode or two. Because it has
Mm-hmm.
happened to where like bombshells have come in and they've been like going really hard for somebody and they just had like we're good, like whatever we had going on, we're gonna lock in with each other. And so like they come in thinking this person might be open, and because they just had like a bad fight, I can maybe get in there. And then they come in on the tail end of them making up, but for the most part they're pretty much caught up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's because the idea of a bombshell in Casa Amor is to break up couples. That's their goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what their job is to do. That's what they have put them on payroll to do. Break up
Okay.
couples. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was just wondering.
yeah, like because he told no lies.
Nope, he sure didn't.
He didn't tell any lies, so I was fine with it. She needs to know, even though as we go on, we'll find out it doesn't really matter. She's
Hmm.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over Sincere.
Yeah,
She's obsessed with him. I mean,
very much so.
whatever that it's about. Okay. I mean,
Woo.
I've been 25 once before too, so I get it.
Yeah, they're even younger.
Yeah, I don't know how old she is. They always range from like 23 to 25 pretty much. So
I
I don't know.
think, except outside of Bryce, I think most of them were 22, 23, 24 around that, we're in that
Well, Gabe was
area.
26. I I think I mean some of them are 25. I know I looked at I mean, I don't know which ones are 25, but I know some of them are. At least two of them.
Let me, I don't know if I can double check. I have my iPad here. I don't think I have the Love Island app
Those
on
I know those
this.
new girls, TT and Parmita are like 27. I'm like, okay, they grown.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No, I don't have the Love Island app on my phone, so I
Girl,
won't
hold
go
on, let me
back
Google
and.
it really quick. I can Google it. How
Um,
old?
so this is also the episode where when it first got on, I was irritated that Alana was still on there. I'm like, what the heck? Why is this girl still on here? She
Yeah.
needs to go. But then I halfway through the episode, I'm like, Alana has left the casa, and I was just
Yeah,
like, and that was it.
and I think they did that to wrap up his storyline because
Mm-hmm.
obviously they're trying to show Kay to explore and that she needs to explore. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they wanted to show that Zach wasn't going to go for her necessarily, even if she had stayed, because it did seem like he was pretty like, oh, like he wasn't that into it. Zach's
Yeah,
26.
he
Okay,
wasn't. I
25.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sincere's
yeah, because I
25.
did
Zach's actually
notate that
26.
Zach. Okay, because I did
Notate what?
notate that Zach was not interested when she had that conversation with Zach. They kissed, and that was like he was like, okay, good talk, and it was like he was not interested at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Melanie's 24, so just so we know. So 24 and
Mm-hmm.
25. So again,
Yep.
they're young. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
his frontal lobe was fully developed though.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
So, yeah, I just also found it funny that of all the girls, not saying that I'm surprised, but the fact that Kenzie was able to pivot and move on so quickly, I think I'm gonna have to give her her flowers and saying when it comes to playing this game, girlfriend
yep.
is not playing. As soon as she saw that heart rate challenge, girlfriend pivoted so freaking fast.
I think she's the
I
perfect.
literally got whiplash, and I'm just like, good for her. She already knew what time Corbin was on, and she quickly pivoted because she knew she was fighting for her life to stay in the villa
Yeah.
if she
Well,
stuck by him.
here's the thing. Kenzie is so unserious. It's crazy. Like, I don't think if Kenzie found a really good guy, it doesn't really matter who she finds. Kenzie's gonna just keep having fun, keep seeing who the next best thing is out there. That's fine. She's great for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But I did love how she is. She is the cutoff queen. Cut them
Okay,
off.
can we talk about her going between Dylan and Gal and how that
Well, let's talk
affected?
about Gal telling Jen that. I mean, we just go on to that whole love triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Because well, we kind of skipped over Kata and Zach, but that's fine. I mean, we kind of mentioned them like they're
Honestly, with
still
Kata
because Kata
and
actually
Zach,
had pulled a Shay for a conversation and actually thought that
that wasn't
conversation
real. That wasn't real.
what wasn't real.
The, Kata, as far as like her talking to get to know him, but I already know she got back to Zach. So honestly, with Kata and Shay, it was not saying they didn't have great conversation. I'm just like, girl, you're just biding your time. You're just biding your time. You're wasting that man's time. Because I knew with Kata, she was always gonna stay coupled with Zach. So I every time I saw Shay, I'm like, you fine, you look good, they have decent conversations, and but I'm and the whole time I'm thinking, Shay, you're wasting your time. This girl ain't gonna leave
Well,
Zach.
again, so I agree. I'm not. I pretty much agree with that. I feel like, yeah, she was never gonna like leave Zach. But again, the what else can the Casa More boys do but try?
Hmm.
I mean,
There wasn't a lot of options.
and that's
Yeah.
how it always is. The girls are always pretty much sticking with their guys,
Hmm.
even if they explore, unless they're single. And I think that's why production did it the way they did it this season, where they showed them something in the beginning. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but it still didn't work. Still didn't
Mm-mm.
work. You know, so
No.
except for with Kenzie, thank God Kenzie saw it because Kenzie for sure. I think she might have stuck with Corbin had she not seen that video. So good for Kenzie
Exactly.
because Kenzie was
Hmm.
really feeling Corbin. I feel like so,
Mm.
but
Yeah, she was.
so we can kind of so we'll listen. We can move on to Kenzie and Jen and Gall, but
Hmm.
starting with Gall and Jen, just their conversation alone, I was like, Gall's lukewarm at best about her. But he
Yeah.
also said that he's a shy guy, and
True.
I can get that he doesn't seem that comfortable in front of the camera at this point. So
Hmm.
I was like, okay, maybe, but
And he flat out told her, "Yeah, I'm gonna explore Kenzie." And
which
Kenzie had no qualms. He's just, "Yeah, I'm looking at all my options,
I
even
just think she's
though
so unserious. She's so unserious. She doesn't. I want to look at
who
all
is
my options.
unserious,
Truly,
Jen or Kenzie?
Kenzie, she wants to look at all her options. Truly, like I'm telling that girl, so unserious. She's just trying to
She's
have a good
very
time.
unserious, and she adjusts to whoever she's with.
Yeah,
Did you notice
she does.
that this is the girl when she was Caleb? She's like, I want a country boy, I want me a cowboy, I want a farm, do 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 do. And then all of a sudden she's talking to Gall, and she's like, Ooh, I've always imagined myself having surfer babies, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am, which one is it? Do you want the farm with the cowboy? You want the surfer guy with surfer babies? Which one is it? And she's
I
like, yeah,
think
I
she
want to
just
move to
needs to stop saying
California.
what she wants because I'm like, you don't clearly don't know, and that's okay. You're 24
Oh,
years old. You don't have to
I
know.
know. I know she doesn't want to know because when she was, I don't know if this was Dylan or Gall that she was talking about. They were talking about. She goes, "I love the smell of oil." Do you?
Well,
Do
she went into
you?
detail. So I was like, I actually thought the same
I don't
exact
believe
thing
that
you
shit.
thought, which was bullshit. But then she went to all these different stores. I was like, oh, okay, well,
The
maybe.
four, no, you were not opening up gas tanks and snip. No, you were not doing that.
I
You
definitely feel
and
like
there's
she
a
was.
difference between no.
She sounds like she's lost a few brain cells to me. I feel like she did do some stupid shit like that. Oh yeah, let's do it.
I was
I
like,
can see her
I'm
sniffing
like,
oil. Are you
ugh.
joking? I definitely can see Kenzie's ass sniffing some oil. Yeah.
Is it oil or gas that she was sniffing? I
I
don't
think
know,
she
but
would
I'm just
sniff both.
like,
I think she would
girl,
sniff both. If it gave her a
I'm
little
just,
fun feeling, if it gave her a
mm-hmm.
fun feeling, she'll do it.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh
think
my
Kenzie's
gosh.
that girl.
Yeah. I was just like, girl, what the
And
hell?
it's like I don't it's not my type of girl, or at least I'm not that type of girl how she is, but I'm not necessarily super mad at it cuz at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, at least as a woman, she keeps that guard up in the sense that like she will be vulnerable and sexually vulnerable, but she definitely
Mm-hmm.
protects her heart. She definitely keeps that
Here,
heart behind like
yeah, she
lock and key.
does. Yeah, she does. And I did find it now. I didn't like who it was coming from, but I'm like, damn, they're right. Is when the Casa girls were just like, Kenzie likes anyone who likes her, and I'm just like, I
They had a right
mean,
assessment, and it's because they watched it. I get it, because my Casa girls, like, calm down. Like, even if you have that
yeah,
thought, keep it in your head.
yeah, keep it in your head. I'm like,
You're
yes,
a
you did
Casa
clock
girl.
her, but yeah, you need to keep that thought inside your head
And
because
it's like,
I'm just like,
because I'm like, do
mm-mm.
these girls watch Love Island? Did you watch the show before you got on it? Because I'm just like, in the general, I'm just like, you don't talk about the OG girls. You don't do that. That's not good. That doesn't ever
Mm-hmm.
get you anywhere. Like, when you come in
Yeah.
there, and it's just like, why would you come in somebody's house talking shit?
I feel like, but here's the thing. I feel like really the only girls that were like super comfortable talking about the OG girls was Parmita and Tiara. And I think they take their cue from Corbin and Casey. Because Corbin and Casey, especially Casey, was shitting on the Villa girls.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I
I
wonder if they
think
were
that
just
they
showing them more because they knew they were going to bring them back and they wanted to give them a story. It could be. I don't know.
But here's the thing, Janice. I don't think you can talk, you can explore your connection and know you're going to bring these people back without talking shit on the original girls.
Yeah, of course. No,
And that's and
they're disrespectful. Like no
I
ways
think
about
the
around it.
attitude, especially like I said, I didn't really see that from. It was mainly Parmita and it was mainly from Tiara that they were, really shitting on the Villa girls
I'm
and the
gonna
OG
say this
girls.
though. I really didn't see any other girls besides those two. Even Amora. I'm like, did she talk or did she just say little things here and
That
there?
the biggest thing, and I did write this down when Amora was doing her affirmations. I'm just like, okay, so she's playing the game. So she was definitely, it was a slim chance with Sincere because I'm just like, you like that toxic shit. You love pissing her off because you know she gonna take you back. You love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's like all mad and pissed off and going, doing that Dominican shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just licking shots. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, he loved that stuff. Seeing her pissed off, and it's almost
But Loki, I
like
think Melanie likes that
he
shit
likes to make
too.
a, yeah, he's just
Melanie
like, y'all
likes
like that
it
shit.
too.
You like that
They
shit
are locked
because,
in, babe.
yeah, they like that shit because I'm like, I feel like, oh, it makes the makeup even better. They like to get in a fight so they can make up, and it's just almost like y'all doing too much. Like it's you can't always be going around in circles,
Yeah.
always going around in circles. I'm just like,
Wait, how
I
did we get on
me
this? We
personally.
were supposed to be talking about Kinsey and Golf. How did we get on this
We
topic?
moved on. We moved on. Oh, we were talking
We didn't
about
talk about Kenzie. We said that we didn't really get into
no,
the
because of the
Gaul of it all.
girls. No, no, no. It was because the girls were talking shit about Kinsey. And I thought,
Okay.
not saying that they were
So
wrong, but
conversation, but
yeah, but like I said, when it came to Kenzie, I'm like, it really shows you that she really doesn't give a shit if because Jen is single and vulnerable. So for me, if she likes Gaul, it'd be like, go ahead, girl. be with Gaul. Here you go. I'm not going to explore. It's not like there was other guys she couldn't have explored, but I think Kenzie.
So,
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I think, again, Kenzie's unserious. Kenzie wants options. Kenzie likes to compete. She's definitely a I want to compete type of girly. But my thing about Kenzie is, in this show, and I'll keep going back to it, that is what they're supposed to do. Like, Kenzie's probably
Yeah.
the only one doing the game for real. And I get that Jen does not have another connection, or she doesn't like anybody as much, because she does have another connection, Ronnie. She just likes one more, right? So my thing with, I get that, Jen, but and it always comes up. This is not Friend Island. This is not like the normal dating world. In the normal dating world, of course, I would never date my friend's ex. I would never entertain somebody that they're also talking to. Let's remember, I met you guys the same exact day. I really don't know how we're going to drive even outside this villa. Based off of statistics in the past of these casts, a lot of the casts do not speak afterwards, even though every time they come onto, they're like, we're family. We're going to be a part of each other's lives forever. Like, you stick with the people that you actually really vibe with. You don't stay friends with everybody, right? I don't think Kenzie's a friend to anybody.
She's not. I don't think so either.
I don't think Kenzie's there for friends. I think she's the type of girl is not really that keen on, like, I have my girlfriends, that's cool, but that's I don't need that. I need male attention.
But I also think when it came to Jen and Gaul, she did admit to, I believe it was Gaul, she's like, I'm not used to this. She wasn't feeling very attracted, very wanted, because guys would be like all over her, and she wasn't getting that attention, which honestly, Kenzie was feeling the same way too.
Yeah,
when she got in the villa as well. So it was just like, girl, you just haven't hit
White
your
girls
stride
are just
yet.
not what it is in Love Island, I guess, anymore.
Yeah.
Because really, if you because if you really look at the winners and stuff from the past seasons, like, yeah, the white girls do okay, but it's usually they do okay. Like honestly, like, I feel like it's the more like the Hispanic looking girlies, the Persian looking girlies, the mixed looking they do the best. Shelly, black girls, like a lot of black girls do pretty well. Like, they like them some spice these days. Because even the white boys really don't do that great either. They really don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Like,
I mean, I will have to say that
Nick was running that shit though. Nick was.
I will have to say, as far as white boys, I mean, I thought Zach was corny, and frankly, Bryce, I'm just
cute,
like,
but that's it.
I don't even think Zach's that cute.
He's cute. And I would have looked. I know if I saw him on the street, I would definitely do a double take. I'd be like, oh, he's handsome. He's handsome conventionally.
No, I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it. But not saying that he's like damn wolf, but he's an average looking guy who I wouldn't even do a double take and be like, damn, he's fine. No. No. Mm-mm.
I don't know. You also remember he's like 6'3". I mean, that's tall. Like, obviously a nice physique. You know, dark hair. Like,
no, it's not even that, because when it comes to height, well, I'm only 5'4", so like being like, unless you're like
but it doesn't
shorter
matter
than
how
me,
short you are. Women like tall men. 5'3", 5'2", they're still looking for a 6-footer. It's crazy to me, but they do.
Yeah, no, that's not me, but yeah, I just think most of the, I mean, other than Sincere, and I hate to give him his props, I just don't think any of the guys are like double take for me.
You looking the best looking one. Corbin, the finest one in that villa, period.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Like, Corbin is fine. Like, Corbin's a piece of shit. Corbin's a dog. Corbin's fine.
You're right. Like, Corbin will definitely be a double take. I
don't really like the way he talks. He would get on my nerves speaking. But he looks good.
Yeah, Corbin and Sincere are my only double takes.
If I would,
but everyone else, I would pass by them and not even think
Bryce.
twice.
I think Bryce is super cute. I definitely would.
He grew on me. Yeah. It was not like
I don't like his
oh my god, he's so cute.
I like when he's dressing in his Timbs and his baggy pants and his open button shirt. When he's in like those suits, I'm like, eh. But when he got them Timbs on, He looks
Yeah.
fine to me.
No,
I mean, he's
Bryce.
awkward for sure, but I actually really like the
Yeah.
awkwardness of him. I really like when somebody's really good
He grew on
looking,
me.
conventionally
He
just
grew
like
on
really
me.
attractive, but then they're awkward. I love that.
Okay. No, Bryce definitely grew on me. Now I'm just like, okay, Trinity, I see what you see, girl. And so he grew on me. He's one of those things where affection grows or attraction grows the more you
Yeah,
get to know
and you have
them.
to remember,
And I think that's definitely Bryce.
beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Every single person on this cast is attractive. There's nobody
Mm-hmm.
that's unattractive. That's crazy to say. Like they're getting casted
Mm-hmm.
on shows for a reason. These are not unattractive people. You're not like
Mm-hmm.
everybody can't be everybody's type. It's just not the way of the world.
True.
It happens every season where somebody is just not chosen. Look at Alandria.
Mm-hmm.
Literally nobody was checked. Well, I mean here and there, but I mean just like she did not feel desired. I
Yeah.
It happens. Like they're Cordell. Nobody chose him. Like, and he's probably one of the most attractive men that ever hit Love Island. To be fair, he's so attractive. Like he is
Mm-hmm.
just so handsome. Like, and then you have like the conventionally like the Robs, or everybody loves them. But then every once in a while you have somebody that just nobody is really checking for. It
Mm-hmm.
happens, but and it
Yeah.
just takes a hit to their ego because all of these people are people who are in the real world, get a hit on constantly. You know that they are always getting told how attractive and good looking they are, and they get to this
Mm-hmm.
villa and they get a blow to their ego. And also remember, these are people in their early 20s. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to take a blow to your ego, and like when you're that young, you're super impressionable and you're super insecure.
Yeah. I
So,
also found it with Kenzie this episode. I'm like, how the hell are you giving the best advice out of everyone here?
but
Because
did
she
you
was
not
telling the
think that
girls,
Gal seemed like he was more into Kenzie though? Real quick, I felt like he did.
I do think he is. I do
Yeah, I
think
think
he
he
is
really
in
wants
more
to
to
talk to Kenzie,
Kenzie.
and he's just like Jen's like a option. So
Mm-hmm.
sad for Jen. But
For Kenzie,
what were you saying?
Gall is the backup because trust and believe. Even though she
You think?
just to spoil everything for episode 21, she did pick to go with Dylan, but because Jen chose
But I
Gall,
think it's
I'm
because
just
of
like, oh,
that.
she's still gonna be exploring. So Dylan, don't get too comfortable.
I know she really is. Like
Jen, don't
she's
get
about
too
to piss. No, she's
comfortable.
about to piss Jen off, and I feel like Jen's the kind of girl that's gonna really pop off because Jen doesn't really pull back on her feelings, and
Hmm.
that she really says how she feels no matter what. So I feel
Yeah,
like she's going to. It's gonna be not good because
because she
she's
did.
already sitting around talking with the girls about how Kenzie's acting. So I'm like,
Yes, yes.
mm.
I did know. Yeah, she did. That was done in the episode. I'm just like, oh, okay. So she definitely gonna, and she did end up having a conversation with Jen. I didn't think it was very productive because Kenzie basically said, "Girl, I'm gonna do me. You
Kenzie
know,
doesn't care. She's so
you're
unserious,
my friend, but I'm gonna do me."
and I do think she's a bit of a hypocrite because of how she acted in general with the whole Melanie thing in the beginning, and anybody wanting to
Mm-hmm.
talk to somebody that she was talking to. She's kind of a
Mm-hmm.
hypocrite in that sense. So I will say that as much as she's playing the game correctly, she's a bit of a hypocrite because she doesn't want anybody to come and touch her options. So I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Trinity starts to sleep outside after this episode too. So she's
Yes.
officially made her decision. She's not touching nobody but Bryce, and she's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get nobody's bed after this. So, and then Bryce is just like, I hope she holds out hope, and I'm like, oh, you haven't seen it yet. That's okay.
Yes. It was like she was boohoo crying. Um,
But he hadn't seen
she
the picture yet, so he was still thinking that she may like just be doing the exact same thing he's doing.
Yeah. And so also I want to bring up the fact, I hate to harp on anything, but I did not like when Casey made the statement says, "Hey, it took him 3 weeks to get to where he was at with Anaya, versus 2 days with TT," and I'm thinking, I think he means sexually.
Yeah, I actually that's the next thing I want to talk about because that whole conversation with Corbin and Casey was like just so like how you feel like men will probably talk about women behind closed doors, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand that men will have their like boy talk,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the day, it's not meant for us to hear. But I want to have a certain level of I would hope you have a certain level of respect for somebody you say or claim you care about. You said you cared about this girl. You just wrote her a love letter. Like, why talk about her so derogatory that way? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why make it seem like
Yeah.
she it's owed, you are owed something by her
Hmm.
because you've been in this couple for 3 weeks. That's crazy. Like, especially if you're a
Yeah.
man that says you love black women, then you should know how we really move. She's on TV.
Hmm.
Her parents are watching. Her
Yeah.
daddy's watching. She's not finna. It's like we're different.
Hmm.
We're built different.
Yeah. I don't know
And
who
we
her.
have a bigger guard that like needs to come down. We have, in general, this world has not been kind to us. So yeah, we have a bit of a
Yeah,
wall
and
we
as
have a lot
black
of time to bring
women, we
down.
can. Yeah, there's also needs to be um a way the way that like a Kenzie can move is not a way a Naya can
Of
move. She
course.
can't move in
Yeah.
the world that she does
Yeah.
because then what's okay for Kenzie will instantly be or as a joke or be but they will denigrate Naya if she moved the same way as Kenzie as they will call her everything but a child of God if she did
I
that kind of
mean,
stuff. Now
let's be
we
clear.
make fun.
Let's be clear. She's not moving that way, and they're still doing that.
True.
So
Exactly.
they're still finding reasons to hate her. Because I'm
Mhm.
like, you can say Anaya's doing what she's doing. Because, like, listen, I don't think she's moving great in this villa either. There's a lot of things I'm
She's
like, what
not.
the fuck, Anaya? Like, what are you doing? But
But
I
here's
would
the thing.
never sit there and act like I don't understand why she's probably making a lot of the choices she's making. I'm also a black woman, so I understand why she's making a lot of choices the way she's making them.
She's making the choice she's making. She's not really playing the game
She's
because
a
we were
kid. She's
we were
23.
complaining. I was complaining about this. I'm like, why is this girl seems like she's always someone's emotional, therapist on
She
the
put herself
show?
in that
And
category,
I'm
though.
just
Yeah.
like, girl, stop doing that. What you need to be doing is a focusing on your relationship with Casey, or exploring the other people in the villa, getting to know these other guys.
It's like I feel
Uh,
like she didn't feel like she was desired, and she didn't even want to attempt to make those moves. And I don't know what is
mhm,
happening inside the villa to make her feel that. And it could just be just in general how she moves, but I just feel like she hasn't explored. And I don't know if it's Casey making her feel like because she didn't choose him that first day, she needs to
mhm,
make it up to him, and he could be subliminally been making her feel that way. But
mhm,
for whatever reason, she would never open herself or let him open himself up to exploring other things. It was like once
mhm.
they got in that couple, they both pigeonholed themselves into that coupling, and I just don't know
Correct.
why. And I feel like a lot of it, Casey had a lot of built up animosity towards
Mhm,
her and this
mhm,
coupling. He's taking it out the first day on her. He's mad at
mhm,
everybody because he won't
mhm,
stop bringing it up. It's crazy.
mhm.
I'm just like, it happens
Let
every
it
single
go.
season. Every single season, somebody doesn't get chosen. It's inevitable. Like,
Mhm.
are you kidding?
And if nobody really messed with you, Sean would you would have been gone and Sean would still be here. So what is the
Well, it's because he was
problem?
playing a good game. If he would have showed us this Casey before, Sean, because everybody loves Sean. Sean seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I wish Sean would have
Yeah.
stayed. I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, let's move on because we got way more to get through.
Yeah,
Um,
and can we just talk about right before because this episode is when they got the special delivery. Can we
well,
also
yeah, we haven't gotten to that
touch
part yet.
base on Corbin and Permita? Their
Wait,
whole conversation, y'all just sexually attracted to each
well,
other.
I wasn't. I wanted to say real quick. Me and Corbin are confident in ourselves. I didn't like that little confessional by Casey. What do you mean you're confident in yourselves about what? About what?
Mm-hmm.
So I just like I don't. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like them talking to each other. They like bounce each other off. I don't like their energy together. They're gross together.
Janice, let me tell you this. Sincere, Corbin, and Casey are cut from the same cloth. They're the exact same dude.
I
They move
So
exactly
weirdly,
the
I
same.
separate Sincere a bit from that.
Nope.
I don't think Sincere is as calculated and diabolical as Corbin and Casey for whatever reason. I feel like Sincere, he's a liar, but I genuinely think he is a lover boy at heart. I truly believe that. I don't feel like Sincere is trying to hurt people. I feel like Casey's trying to hurt Anaya, and I feel like Corbin is okay with hurting anybody. I don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sincere has more of a heart. I'll say that. I'm not saying he ain't a fuck boy because he is, but I feel like he's just one of the nicer ones. He's just one of the ones that are like, damn it, you being this attractive and people wanting you because
Mm,
you can't say no. You really can't.
okay.
You can't help
Okay,
yourself.
so they get the girls get a special delivery, the boys get the girls, ooh, child. The only person
Well,
that really didn't flip out was Trinity, because she's just like, why he gotta be sucking toes? But she realized, of course, it's a challenge,
I,
so she kind of like set it aside and she goes, I'm not gonna trip too much about it. And of course,
mhm.
she really from the foot she knew it was her dupe. That's crazy work. But I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Um, but then of course the person who flipped the most out was Kada, and and I really do think it's because they've had sex.
So,
That, and I'm just like, that's she knew it's the angel. She got it wrong. It was not from the first night. So I will say that, but she was boohoo crying, and then of course poor Melanie,
yeah.
a girl, she was just like, "It's from maybe I think this one's from a challenge." She's like, "I'm being delusional," and Trinity's like, "Yeah, girl, stop being delusional." It was not. She was, practically ripped off Amora's lip. My girl, please. And of course, Kenzie was already moved on. She's just like she didn't even though when she went back to the beauty room and she was pissed off, and I did like when Trinity goes, I thought you didn't care. She goes, well, I do care. I'm like, you're not moving like you care.
Who?
And I'm like, thank you, Trinity, for saying that to Kenzie, because I'm just like, girl, why you mad?
Well,
You've been said fuck this dude since the heart rate challenge. So why you mad over some picture? I don't even think there was anything bad going on in the picture, and I was just like,
well, here are my thoughts.
girl,
Here are my thoughts on it. So, I thought it was perfect that Kenzie opened up the box. I was like, of course she opened it up the box because she's just like, I'm having such a good time. Whatever. Oh, there's a
yeah,
letter. So then Kenzie already knows, like, yeah, I'm typical, but I felt awful for Kada. I just felt
mm,
like, yeah, she really likes him. That's done. It
mm,
doesn't matter what happens for the rest of this season. She's locked. She's that's it. That's it for her.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
mm,
and I get it. She has sex with him. She has sex with
mm,
him. She really likes
yeah,
him. And I
mm,
loved when Melanie was talking about oh well that's later, but Melanie says she was just like, listen, Zach's a puppy. That Che, he a big dog. Go get
for
him.
real,
Like,
for
and I was
real,
like, Melanie, you couldn't be more right. Because earlier
mm,
in the before the postcard comes, Kenzie sits Anaya and Kata down, and she's just like, listen, y'all need to lock the fuck in because these men are out here doing what they want. Y'all need to do
yeah,
what you want too. Like, I promise you. And she says it perfectly. If you have anything with these bombshells, bring them back. You owe it to yourself to explore it.
mm-hmm,
Anything, because you choosing that other person does not mean you don't want to have your connection as well. It just means you also want to continue to explore this, and you want to give
mm-hmm,
it a fair shot by being in a couple with them now. That is
yeah,
so. Yeah, Kenzie was spot on with that messaging. But yeah, Kata
mm-hmm,
has a extremely strong reaction. But then Melanie, it's funny because Melanie's like good because she's comforting Kata.
mm-hmm,
And then she's like, okay, you're good. And then she like picks it up and she like throws it back and like falls out. I was like, oh, I can already see what
yeah,
this is gonna look like for her in these next couple years. Constantly
mm-hmm.
getting texts,
Oh, girl, that's you,
DMs,
girl.
throwing your
Mm-hmm.
computer, throwing your phone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Them hey girl texts are definitely coming her way. So I'm not for that. But I think from the special delivery section, everything that happened in the special delivery, the most revealing stuff that happened was not even the girls. It was definitely the guys when they were talking. And I had to get into this because I wrote it down because I'm just like, I am not going to. I want to make sure
yeah,
I address all these things that were said
yeah,
by Casey because he pissed me off so much.
yeah,
I said, I was like sitting here writing, and I'm just like, oh no, we're going to address every single
yeah.
statement.
It's
And these are the
horrible.
statements that I want to talk about. He goes, I've never seen her that fucking happy, or,
He doesn't make her happy.
yeah.
Maybe because you
Um,
don't make her happy.
yeah, because he was thinking, oh, she had her leg up and they were kissing. She goes, I've never seen her that, that fucking happy. And so she said
Yeah.
that, and then I believe it was Caleb that asked you, because he
Are
asked
you happy? No, it's
Corbin.
sincere. No.
It was, hold on, I wrote it down. So Caleb asked, Corbin, are you, how you feeling about Kenzie? And he goes, no, I haven't even thought about her since I've been in here. I don't care.
No,
They perfect for each other. Both their tongues sticking out.
told you that.
And
I
he
knew
goes,
it.
and then Corbin's like, actually, I'm happy for her because I found what I wanted, and she's clearly found what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caleb turned around and like, what about you? And he goes, no, I don't give a fuck either. And then he goes, she's on a thin line, and he goes, she's on a thin line, and any argument she brings
No,
up.
then
So
sincere straight up asked
no,
him, but
no,
don't you think you're on a thin line too? He goes, no, because I've
hold
been
on.
pouring life into her.
Girl, I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I got this right. Because he said that, and then he said the thing about any argument she brings up, you are waiting to punish her. And I think you're too giddy about that. That's when Sincere goes, well, you on a thin line too. And he goes, that's when he says, I think I have more leeway because I literally spoke life into her every fucking day. And that's when I wrote, he thinks he's owed something. He's entitled. I'm like, you think you're
He's
entitled to
red
her
pilled.
body?
He's red pilled, bro.
Thank
And it's
you.
crazy because it's just like that. Like, it's just that subconscious thing that I feel like some black men do where they punish the black women because there's nobody else
Hmm.
for you to beat up on. And then you feel like we should be the only ones like literally giving you everything. And cuz for me at the end of the day, I feel like Casey looks at it like this. I love black women. I love dark skinned black women. I love dark skinned black
Hmm.
women. And he's looking at Anaya, and I think from the first night, he felt like, oh, you don't feel the same. Oh, you don't like dark skinned black men? Oh, we're the same and you didn't choose me? We should have chose each
Hmm.
other. And if we didn't,
Hmm.
I'm mad. And because I feel
Right.
like, and since then, he has had this thing against her, and he's
Hmm.
constantly been pouring into her, and I think he's expecting the same thing back. And I don't know what she's been doing or how she's been acting, but for whatever reason,
Hmm.
instead of you saying, hey, I don't feel like I'm getting this in return, you wait to drop this bomb on her in front of everybody and say, I don't feel like I got that back. Because what he said something during the recoupling where he was just like, oh, because he said, if you find something, I want you to explore, because if you find a better connection, I want you to have that. But you never said that to me. I'm like, again, if you feel like she's lacking something, and again, that might be you guys are just incompatible. You guys are not a good fit. I've been saying that from the beginning. I don't think these two people like each other.
Hmm.
But there's one thing about not liking each other and being just straight disrespectful. Like, you don't have to be
Yeah.
disrespectful. We're At the end of the day, we're people. You're on TV. You are on
Hmm.
TV, and this is how you're acting. God forbid this wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
Who knows how this man acts when he gets rejected in real life? He the
Exactly.
kind of guy that if you walk down the street and he's trying to check for you and you ignore him, that's why you're ugly ass. You're ugly anyway. That's why you look funny. That's why you built bad. Like, they start
Hmm.
talking shit after you
Yeah.
reject them because they felt like
Right.
that you should be going for
You
me.
should have been
That's
grateful.
ridiculous. That's
Hmm.
ridiculous. And that's Casey. And I don't like that he tried to place himself like he was this epitome of like what a good black man is, because you're not. You actually give black men a bad name.
Epitome. Epitome.
What did I say?
You
Oh.
said epitome. Epitome. You meant to say epitome.
Oh, see, look, I was
Because
like
yeah.
sincere. I gave sincere grace on that because I was like, damn, y'all ain't never misused the word. Damn, like shit, he
I'm like
talking real
epitome.
fast on TV.
No, girl. I rewound it. I'm like, what you say? What
Damn,
epitome? I'm
nobody
like,
makes a mistake
mm-mm.
these days, girl.
I'm
God
like,
forbid. And I
that's
think
not
it's a
even
little
close.
different. I feel like, well, epitome, epitome, it is close, especially in spelling, maybe not in meaning. But anyways,
Mm.
um, either way, neither here nor there. What I'm saying is he's giving black men a bad name. He's putting a bad taste
Mhm.
in black America's mouth, and
Mhm.
he fucked himself over because he really had us for a long time. I was
He
still
did.
holding space for Casey because I truly believed he just wasn't getting
Mhm.
what he wanted and he was frustrated.
Mhm.
And I
And
believed the
here's the
same thing for
thing.
Anaya. And I wanted
uh,
them both to have what they wanted, but I did not want them to be
Mhm.
disrespectful to each other when they got it.
Yeah.
Because
And
I don't believe
so
Lanaya should
his
have picked him at all.
no. And here's the thing, and this is why I had to the whole recoupling thing, everything went exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing for me that was a question mark was it was never questioned. The only person I had a question mark around was going to be Anaya and who she would pick. That was the only question. I'm like, Melanie, you're gonna go back to Sincere. I don't care what this man did in front of your face. And come to find out, that whole heart rate challenge was live streamed, so they got the unedited version.
I
They
know.
weren't just
We know
looking at
that.
what us, the audience, was. I'm thinking they're seeing what us, the audience,
They
is
show
seeing.
you exactly
You,
what we're. They show you that it's literally a camera zoomed in on them as they're reacting live. So I knew it was the live
mm,
stream.
yeah. So they definitely caught stuff that we as the audience don't didn't hear or catch or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
So
Just like yeah.
yeah, so there's that, and I said the only question mark was going to be Anaya, and I'm just like the 50-50. I'm like, ugh. And as soon as she said, um, she talked to Carl, and she's just like, "You're a great guy," and like, shit, I already knew she's picking
Well, let's go
Casey,
into episode
and I
21 and we can get into the recoupling because yeah, because I
yeah,
think
I think that's the only part of that's the only part of that episode I was interested in is the recoupling because I'm like all this other fluff stuff because it was an hour and a half. I'm just like, can we get straight to the recoupling because I don't care about none of this other shit.
well I
Because
do,
I
I do.
okay,
So
okay, go ahead.
So in the evening that time, I want to talk about because coming back in episode 21, it's a conversation with Parmita and Corbin, and I'm just looking at
Mm,
Corbin and Parmita, and he's trying to say bullshit, like talking about the outside world and what they're gonna do, and I'm just like, y'all are just like, are y'all are playing, and I feel like they believe that, and I'm just like,
mm-hmm,
y'all already forgot how y'all act in the real world? Because I know you're a horny little
mm-hmm,
thing, Parmita, slide into DMs.
mm-hmm,
And then Corbin, you the same
mm-hmm.
way. So I'm just like, why? It's crazy to me that they're sitting here playing themselves. They're playing themselves for fools, acting like they're really finna be something outside this villa. Because even later, before the recoupling, he says, I feel like you've changed me. You didn't even sound believable when you said that.
Yep.
You didn't even sound sincere when you said that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not even a
Yeah.
good actor. I wanted to also point out because I'll give Bryce or not Bryce Zach his little flowers this one time because Bryce is like definitely concerned. He's just like, oh my god, I'm so nervous for the recoupling. I just feel like it's cooked. I'm done. And Zach was actually
Mm-hmm.
being positive. He was actually like, no, I just think about the opposite. She's been waiting for you. You're gonna get what you want. And I was like,
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to give him his flowers for that. He definitely uplifted him. He's just
but a
like
part
she
of
was
me
just
is a part of you
exploring.
not like thinking, what's your ankle here?
No, no, I think
Why
he
not?
was actually for the rare time being a true friend because he's just like, no, don't think about it that way.
Because I was
Think she
happy for him.
tried it and she's probably thinking, oh, damn, I want to be with Bryce, which he was 100% right. That's exactly what she thought. She kissed him,
Mm-hmm.
her heart wasn't in it, and she's
Which
just like, I
sucks
just want
because
to be
now that
with
he's on
Bryce.
board, it's like if they don't show on movie night that I would be very surprised if they don't have a clip showing Zach telling Bryce that he doesn't like Kate or Trinity for him, and that's gonna be a blow up. That would be a good blow up too because that will make Bryce have to like choose, not necessarily choose, but have to like calm Trinity down or and then still
Mm-hmm.
talk like basically figure out resolution of her being upset but still
Mm-hmm.
wanting to like not be like I'm not gonna talk to like Zach anymore or something. Like obviously they're not
Yeah.
gonna say that. So I'm interested to see
Mm-hmm.
that. And I love that anyways, we'll get to that. Um Ronnie, he was trying to play his little game. He was trying to like go around and see what he could get, huh? Because he was talking to
Mm-hmm.
Jen, and then he went and pulled Trinity. I was like, look at him
Mm-hmm.
pulling. he's,
Yeah.
he's trying to get in the
You
villa.
know, he was like it was slim picking, so it wasn't good odds for them because girl, it didn't matter what you said to Kata, and we all knew Trinity was off the table. Boom, bam, closed off. Really, the
Yeah,
only person they could possibly, I mean, Kenzie,
but he tried it. That's why I was
Jen,
surprised.
Jen and Kenzie are going to they're going for the white dudes. That's Dylan and
It's fine with me.
Gaul. Even though I'm
Fine with me.
Gaul, kind of, I don't get Gaul. I don't get
I mean,
him.
he's
I'm
a
like,
white boy from
girl,
California. I would be surprised if you did get him.
I mean, at least shave off that mustache. I'm just like, oof,
I actually kind of like it. I feel like he'd look
I
bad
don't.
without it. I feel like
I
he would
don't.
look probably a little funny without it. I don't like.
I
I mean, I
don't
don't
like
necessarily
it.
like the little porn stash. I just feel like it's probably something that's helping him out. Him out in particular.
Mm.
Um. Oh, and then
He's
I
not
just
my.
wanted to point out that Corey does a date for Mel, and I was like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, this guy is really pulling out all the stops. He's trying to show
Yeah.
you, like, damn. And then Dylan does a date for Kenzie, and I thought that was cute. So they both first time they did dates this whole entire season. Mind you,
Hmm.
that is a normal thing on Love Island
Hmm.
where guys do little dates for their girls. It's a thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
But
surprised this hasn't
never
happened.
happened this season. Never happened this season. So that's a
Hmm.
weird thing, and I can't wait for you to watch last season so you can kind of
Hmm.
compare like the way things moved in that last one, because the last
Hmm.
season they were saying everybody was is they were being like fake. It's a little opposite because I feel like they were saying people kept wanting to explore and explore and explore, even though they clearly had a locked in couple, as opposed to this season where they were pretty much locked in and then saying they were
Hmm.
exploring, but you're not exploring,
Hmm.
you're locked in. So it's like a very opposite feel.
Hmm.
Um, the race convo Trinity, she's scared because of the kiss. Oh yeah, because then Trinity kind of says that she is scared for the recoupling because she feels the same way that Zach feels, which is maybe he saw something and he'll retaliate.
Hmm.
So yeah, recoupling's announced. Ariana
Yep.
shows up looking fire. Her dress is
For
so
real.
sexy. I was like, that's a sexy dress, girl.
Yeah, she always looks like fire though.
Like she looks so good. Um,
Hmm.
so then Jen picks Gall. I
Hmm.
low key was hoping she picked anybody else.
No, she didn't go for a
I
goal.
didn't want Kenzie to have that option in the villa, but it's too late now.
Hmm.
That's gonna be hell for her, but that's who she likes, so
Yeah,
cool.
that was really the person that she was really attracted to. She thought about Ronnie, but I knew it was gonna be Gall.
Yeah, she said that's the only person she had like a crush on in the villa, so
Hmm.
makes sense.
Good
Which I'm
luck, girl.
surprised she
Holding
doesn't
it.
go for Caleb. Like he's cute,
No, I think he's too much of a. He's
too
too
sweet.
too sweet. Yeah, I think.
Or does she feel
Yeah, I
like? Because
think
a
she's
lot
a
of times
sweet.
the bombshells feel like they just feel like they can't
That.
go for other bombshells, but they always told them like you
Hmm.
could have.
Yeah.
So
So then, so Jen picked Gall. Then they brought in Caleb with his connection. Very respectful. The girl's like, "Ooh, she nice."
yeah,
She,
good for them.
and I'm just like, "Ooh," but I don't think Caleb really that interested in her. She was just the default.
I don't know. I can't
I
really
mean, you
tell
look,
with Caleb
no,
because he doesn't
girl.
really give any type of energy towards anybody. Even when he was sitting there talking with Kenzie, I'm like, "You like her? You sure?" Because I don't know. He's just awkward. He's just I
Mm,
don't know. He just seems uncomfortable all the time,
we'll see.
and
Once
he
he,
doesn't
now
make
that he's
really good
in,
eye contact either. So,
once he's in an actual couple that he picked, we'll see if the comfort level changes with that. So
which is crazy because I feel
hopefully,
like him and Jaden are cute. I'm like, that's like perfect.
yeah. I'm not saying that that make a cute couple.
I hope
I
they
don't, not
build
sure.
something.
I just don't see the connection. Maybe they'll build
Yeah,
something,
I hope
but
it builds
I
because
don't see yet.
the best couplings build. So I hope
Yeah.
that one builds and it's actually a solid coupling that lasts. Because I would like to see them in the top four. I feel like he deserves to be
Mm.
at the end. He's so sweet.
Yeah. So they came in. Then it was.
Kenzie gets to go. So Kenzie goes. She picks
Mhm.
Dylan.
Mhm. Then Corbin came
But
in with
wait,
Parmita.
before Corbin comes in, she makes sure she let them know. Oh yeah, he nasty. I'm sick of Corbin, and I can't believe him. And then Caleb's like, "What's going on?" And she's like,
What's
"Oh,
going
Caleb, are
on?
you confused?"
Yes, that's true. Oh, because we saw all that stuff you did when you got to the
Caleb
casa,
was
and he's
like,
like, "Oh shit,
Ariana's like,
oh
"Yeah,
shit."
are you surprised?" Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah,
And I feel like Caleb was like, "All right, let me get my popcorn. I'm good. I'm chilling with my girl."
yeah,
Because she was like, even repeated the whole, yeah, I heard it. Saw it all, Persian cat and everything. I was like, I wish you would have waited for the girl to be out there when she said that.
yeah.
Missed
Hmm.
opportunity.
Yeah. So then Corbin comes in. Of course, all the girls had smoke for Corbin. Now, Parmita, girl,
It was
all
too
you have to do is keep
much.
your mouth
It
shut.
was too
Keep your
much.
mouth
Wait,
shut.
I will say it was too much. They did too much on Corbin. He didn't even get to stand in front of them before they started booing him. I was like, damn. I mean, he
That
was
wasn't, that was,
disrespectful, but
boo, tomatoes, tomatoes,
tomatoes,
tomatoes. I'm like,
tomatoes.
he goes, they're
It
like,
was
wipe
funny
that
though.
smile off your face.
It
It
was
was
funny though.
funny.
It was
And I
funny.
was just like, they've been in the villa, quite a while with him. And he was just like, as soon as you got to Casa, you were down to business. And I really do think when it comes to the heartbreak challenge, if he didn't act the way he acted, I understand exploring, cool, whatever. I don't even think the girls are even that mad at the exploring part. Is the
Yeah,
disrespect.
it's how he talked about
That's
it.
really
Yeah.
comes down to it. It's and the girls don't even know the full extent of
Yeah, I
how
know. I was
disrespectful
like,
they are.
if you're
So you
really
think you
talking
hot
about
now?
it, what Parmita said was like not. It was low key true. What they said wasn't that bad at the heart rate
Mm,
challenge.
mm,
Y'all haven't
yeah,
heard the other stuff. That was so
yeah,
rude.
exactly.
Like, I
So
wish
so
somebody was
yeah,
talking about me like that behind my back, bitch.
yeah. I'm just like you're just scratching the surface. So if these girls think they're hot now at Corbin, they're going to be at a 10
Well, I will point out, I
if
felt
they
like
ever see, or once they see the episodes, maybe after the show's over and they see all the
yeah, a
episodes.
lot of times that's why
Oh,
people
you
fall
ain't
out
shit.
and they're not friends because they see
Mm-hmm.
everything after that. Even the couples that leave there together, once they see
Mm-hmm.
what they actually did at Casa, that's when shit really hits the fan and they end up breaking up.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I did feel like Corbin took it on the chin. He didn't apologize,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
he probably should have, but he took it on
Mm-hmm.
the chin. He wasn't defensive in the sense like this is why I did it and this is why y'all shouldn't be mad at me. He did not do that. He was just like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, y'all are
Corbin was
emotional.
being
I
Corbin.
understand, but I made the decision and it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes, I'm gonna send 10 toes on it. Yeah. And I'm just like, and
Well, that's
one
what
thing about
Casey said.
Corbin,
That wasn't Corbin, but yeah, he
oh,
did send 10 toes
yeah,
on it though.
he did send 10 toes on it. And here's the thing, Corbin has never switched up. He's been the same since day
Listen,
one, since he was in that closet making out with the girls. Corbin ain't never changed. I'm not surprised by Corbin. Corbin did exactly what Corbin was built to do.
what did we say
That's
Corbin
why
was
I'm
gonna
not mad
do?
at
We've
Corbin.
been talking about that since the beginning. As soon as Casa comes, he's finna run. We knew that.
Yeah,
And at the
yeah.
end of the
I'm
day,
just
I felt
like,
like with Corbin,
mm-hmm,
I mean, I know a Jamaican man, and I know how they act. So from
mm-hmm.
the moment he walked in that door, I was like, oh, he about to have a ball.
Yeah, Parmita thinks she about to be running
Oh,
shit.
she
No,
really thinks she's about to be in the relationship with this man.
Corbin
That's
about to,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
Corbin about to run
crazy.
you into the ground. But go ahead, have him, girl.
Yeah, and that's why you're changing up, talking about you're different. Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah.
Different for now.
Until the
For
next
now.
girl comes in. Here's the thing,
You don't think they're
women
gonna be
like that are
baddies up in
dangerous.
his DMs after he comes out this island and he's one of the most famous people in the world for the next year or next couple months? Babe.
And here's the thing, Janice. When it comes to Casey and Corbin, sorry, Parmita and Tiara, you see how disrespectful these men are to these other women. And I wish they would get it into their heads that you're not the exception to the rule. That how disrespectful they are when they're not around these girls is the same way eventually they will talk about you when they're not around you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how these men move, you need to be peeping that and really paying attention how these men move when they're not around the people they're supposed to be
Well,
in
it's
a
like
relationship
Melanie
with.
said, yeah, like be
Yeah, I
like
was
I
just
did when I don't have my
like,
eyes on you, I need you to act right.
yeah, and I'm just like, do not. And they think, oh, they chose me, thinking they're the exception to the rule. No, babe, they're going to operate the same way they operated with Anaya and with Kenzie.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're special, but it's not you. You can plug in any girl, and it doesn't matter
Right.
what
When
you
it comes to
do.
Corbin and KC, plug and play.
It
They
doesn't
don't
matter what you
care.
do. And
You're a
there's
whole.
one statement from Casey, and we'll get into whenever we talk about the recoupling there, that I knew Tierra was cooked based on one statement he made. I'm like, oh, she is so cooked. She doesn't even know it yet. She hasn't even clocked it.
No, but you no, he's cooked. he's cooked. Tiara finna give him. She's gonna be a lesson for his ass.
Okay, I will.
Tiara gonna
No,
make him lose his mind, and I
but
can't
I think
wait.
Tiara thinks she's running shit. I'm like, ooh, I
She
don't
did.
think you
So
know.
once
I
again,
don't think we'll
yeah,
discuss
okay,
when
they
we talk
match
about
up
that.
because
We'll
I was like,
discuss
you give
that.
us a bad name
Mm.
too. So okay,
Okay, so
Hayden.
Corbin came in, took his licks. Then
Mm,
Kata, I knew Shay was never gonna get no.
I was
I knew
hoping
that
for
wasn't
it.
happening. Like you cute and all that, but I knew she was gonna
He's
come with
fine.
Zach, and she was relieved. She goes, "Oh, thank God." Uh, I don't know if they ever discussed, by the way, the person that the angel got kicked out, so he was never gonna choose her anyway because she wasn't an
Yeah,
option.
I really wonder if
Um,
they
so
if
I
she
don't know
knows
about
that.
that. She was just like, but she's like, oh, I'm 1,000% pissed off, and he was just like, oh, you gonna make it up to me? She did say that you have a lot to make up for. And then Melanie, ooh, her whole speech, Corey, you're a sweet guy. I said, oh, he's cooked. She's gonna pick Sincere,
You're
and Sincere comes
perfect.
out. Yeah. Sincere comes out. He's alone, and she's like, and she went off on him,
It was a show.
and all Sincere just looked at me like, you're right.
It was a show, and he knew it was a
Yeah.
show, which is why he was just like,
Mm.
"You're right."
And he gave and
He
then
let her
he
have her
gave
moment
her.
because he knows he was
Mm,
disrespectful, and he knows
yeah,
that at the end of the day,
she gonna take me
if
back.
you gonna be talking with your girls about me, they need to see you
Mm-hmm.
check me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was like I'm
This
like,
ain't
girl,
Sincere's first rodeo.
nope, nope.
Sincere know
And
what
then he
he
gave
doing.
that.
That's why he let Soul cuss him out like that too. He don't care. He's just like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. He's not
You're right.
combative,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, Sincere don't really want no problems. He's just a big old lover
Mm-hmm.
boy, and he cannot help. He's just one of them men who cannot help themselves. And I don't know why I'm giving him
Mm-hmm.
more grace, but I am. I don't feel like Sincere is malicious. I think he's just too
Mm-hmm.
attractive
Okay.
for his own damn good, and he
Mm-hmm.
just got too slick of a tongue. Just
Mm-hmm.
stop it.
Mm-hmm.
But these other two, even no, not even. Corbin's just like, you're a fuck boy. Y'all use him for what he is made for, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Until he
Mm-hmm.
decides he wants to like settle down, which I don't know who could possibly do that. Use him for fun. It is what it is. But Casey, Casey, he's a
I'm
problem.
glad they made them go
He's
last
a
because I'm
problem.
just like you knew the drama. Because when she stood up
Well,
there
Trinity, we got
and poor
Trinity and Bryce.
Carl.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
was
Trinity
excited
and
about
Bryce are
that.
favorites.
Yeah. So she, she's like, we already knew Trinity
I
was
was
picking Bryce.
anticipating
But
this
did you see all the
recoupling
guys
all
like
week.
smiling?
I was
Yeah.
freaking watching all of their edits, watching as
Mm-hmm.
many of their clips as I could because I just love them. So I could not wait for them to get to each
Mm-hmm.
other. And they were both in
Yeah.
yellow because they were
Yes.
showing
On all the
feet.
guys, when it was time for Bryce to come out, and Trinity had picked, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Bryce. All the guys were like super happy, had big old smiles on their face because they knew Bryce, of course, was gonna come back to Trinity, and he was worried about that. And
Mhm.
she picked him, so they were happy for him. They were happy for them as a couple. And man, as soon as he cut the corner, saw that Trinity wasn't staying with anybody. Man, he went and he was just like, "Oh, let me hurry up and just." He jogged, went, make sure he goes. "Whoo!" He
It's
about to
so
cry.
cute.
Talk about it's like relief because he got up there and he was just like, "Whoo,
He was
thank
so
you."
nervous. He definitely thought that she was
Mhm,
not going to choose him.
mhm,
And I thought it was so cute because Bryce does this thing with his mouth when he's trying not to cry. And he's like pouts his
mhm.
mouth out. He's like, and I'm like,
Yeah,
he's gonna cry.
yeah,
But yeah, I
yeah.
just think they're so cute. I feel like they're just gonna strength from strength is gonna just happen next for them, and
Mhm,
I'm just
yeah.
over. They're the winners. They're winning. They're gonna win.
Mhm.
Like
Unless something
honestly,
crazy happens,
maybe
yeah.
Anaya could pull it through if their love story
Mhm,
is just so amazing with whoever she couples up with next. Hopefully Carl, but we'll see.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, when it comes down to who's gonna win this, it's gonna be Trinity and Bryce. They're definitely winning the show. They deserve to win the show. They deserve it.
Yeah.
They've tested their relationship. Both of them at this point, they've both chosen
They've
each
really built a
other. They
connection.
built a
They've really built a
connection from
connection.
scratch. They both chose it. It's like from the beginning, right? They both chose each other from the beginning. They had a
Mm,
couple hiccups because they have a bit of an age difference. They were both feeling insecure, decided to explore with other people, didn't get chosen, got back coupled together, decided to continue giving this a try, kept
mm,
going. Then he's like, then they finally really talk about their insecurities in the relationship. And then that's when
mm,
Bryce is like, well, shit, if she's not sure, then I'm going to explore. So he went and explored Kada. Kada shut him down. He sees how upset she is. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to turn around. Then they go over, they have these conversations that just moves them and makes them get
mm,
better understandings of each other. I think it's a
mm,
key point when they're sitting there talking about like his music and his background and his stepdad and how he grew up. And I love to see that
mm,
conversation on Trinity's end, on her background, and I'm sure they'll
mm,
show it at some point. But I feel like those are the conversations they have, which is why they're so intertwined. I feel like they're truly becoming best friends. Like, you're my favorite person in
mm,
this world, which is
mm.
what your partner and your spouse forever is supposed to be. It's your best friend. It's the person you
Yeah.
want to tell everything to, gossip with, do life with. And I feel like they have a solid foundation of where they're building from now. And I think with the world like feeling like some people are like, is this normal? Should this happen? I feel like that's going to be their biggest challenge, but hopefully they're both up for
Mm,
the task.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say about them. Your turn.
So yeah, so now next Anais, she steps up, she's the last one to go.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as she talked about Carl and like, Carl, you're cooked, he was like, I'm not very confident. You're right, because after you saw
Mm-hmm.
Kata, Melanie, no matter how disrespected they were, they still went back to their original couples. I think she knew that he knew that Anaya was going to move more like Melanie and Kata versus Kenzie. So he's like, I'm not very confident. And
No.
he was right. He was just like, she says, I'm going to stay coupled. And I'm like, as soon as she said that, I'm like, you know what? This is going to have to be a lesson you have to learn.
Yeah. And I hate that she got
And,
she embarrassed
and
herself
here,
on TV because she did.
yeah,
And
it's
but
because here's the thing.
to her point, to be fair, she did not have all of the information we had.
To be fair, but if they live streamed the heart rate challenge, the disrespectful way he was in our heart rate challenge
But
should
it
have been enough to be like, I am done. Here's the thing,
no,
Janice.
because it didn't say anything
He
like
doesn't
Corbin.
know. He doesn't know. You know how he acts when he thinks no one's watch when you thinks you're not watching. The disrespectful way he acted, that should have been like, well, I'm done. I'm done.
Mm,
I no,
mm,
Janice,
it's a challenge.
no.
Remember, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge,
Challenges are
but
always
those
supposed to be
comments
like, it's
have
cool, it's a
not,
challenge.
Janice. It's not even the way these girls were dancing on them or the kissing. It was the statements that were being made that were
What did
just
he
so
say?
disrespectful that I just
What
can't.
did he
And
say? Because
he's
I
just
know
like,
Corbin said a
he
lot of
goes,
stuff.
I'm about to ball. I'm about to
I'm
just
about to ball.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
He
you're
was
saying is
saying
so disrespectful. I get Corbin saying I'm
disrespectful,
leaving with
and
something
the
else.
way.
Kenzie's out the door. Go to work,
Mm,
mama. Corbin gross in the
mm.
challenge. I don't feel like Casey said anything in
So
the
was
challenge
Casey. Yep.
that would have
No.
made Anaya go, absolutely not. I'm done with him forever. I don't think anything was said like that.
Okay, so we'll say that. So I'm just like,
So I
okay,
can understand
fine,
why Anaya
whatever.
still
They
felt like that
already
could
they
be
already
something.
didn't leave off on a good note. You got the special delivery. So I'm just like, girl, the girls were telling you he ain't shit, leave that man alone. And in fact, Trinity made this statement because she goes, damn, Casey's so fucking fine. I wanna move with fine shit. And she says, okay, well, girl, keep being stupid. The girl is telling you this, and
Yeah.
she said that. Well, you were all right. The men tried to tell her.
Listen, I'm gonna give
The girls
Anaya
were
grace
telling
on that.
her.
I'm gonna give Anaya
I'm gonna,
grace
I'm gonna
because
grace because this is
she
a
did not
lesson she
have all
needed to
the
learn.
information. At the end of the day, she could absolutely reason with herself. It's a challenge. Casey's had built
Mm.
up for whatever. I feel like it's easily to where she could have
This
talked herself off the ledge of why he acted the way he acted in the
Here's the
video.
thing. I I will have to say this. It was a lesson that she had to learn. She had to learn. And let me tell you, whenever he came out with Tiara, and of course she's crying, she's like, I feel so fucking
Oh,
stupid.
I felt so
You're not.
bad. It hurt my heart
I
seeing
felt so
her
bad her, and she's crying. He's just like, well, it's a bad, it's a sad reaction. And
just no remorse,
of course,
no
all the
care,
girls
no care.
are trying to. I really think the reason why the girls went off, especially Trinity, is because they're seeing their girl cry and upset. And she's picking herself. She's just like, damn, I put myself out there. And she was right. When he talked about no one was behind the door, and she's just like, fuck that. I chose you. I chose you every single time. Every time I had a chance at the
Because
fire
really,
pit,
yeah, you're
multiple
right. I don't
times,
think that
I
Casey ever had
chose
an
you.
opportunity to choose somebody before this.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think the guys
whenever
chose
they
anybody.
wrote the letter, when I wrote the letter, I chose you, dummy. And he was just like, that's not what she said, but she says, I chose you. I keep choosing you. And the one time it was time to choose me,
Yeah,
you didn't.
yeah,
And I'm just like, seeing that, I think kind of, especially Trinity, where a little bit of her age came in and she just went to 10 and kind of threw the maturity out the
and keep in
window.
mind, Kate at 22 too. So
Kato gassing her up, like, girl, say, because they were all upset. And of course, they see
yeah,
her
like, because I actually
crying.
did not understand. And I get it. Listen, you're annoyed, girl. But I was like, Trinity, why are you bringing up that stupid comment? Like, that was so
I
out of
didn't get
place.
that part, but what she went into
I
talking
was like,
about, man,
Trinity.
I didn't get
It
her
bothered
bringing
her.
up that conversation,
It
but
bothered.
her be
It just
like,
bothered
why?
her, and she wanted to say it. It was bothering her.
It's bothering her. That's fine, whatever. But she did make a point. I'm just like, man, as soon as you got in the casa, you completely switched up completely.
I'm
And
not.
she was
Hey,
just
I'm gonna
like,
say that I'm not defending Casey, but I have always said that whole thing. If that's the case, then the theory of Casa Amor, then they should never bring anybody back. Because
that's not Janice. That's
the
not what I'm
theory is saying,
saying.
like, okay, what we had in 3 weeks came over what that person, like, you didn't choose that over 3 days. Yeah, but that's the whole point. Because if they have a really strong connection after 3 days, that means that their connection's stronger.
Here's my honest thought. As soon as Casa Amor was announced, I really do think Casey was already out the door.
Yeah, because you got to remember, think about
I
Casa
already knew
Amor
before
like the
he met
outside world.
any
You got to think about Casa
before
Amor
he
like the
met
outside
any
world.
girls. Before he met any girls, it didn't matter what girls were there. He was gonna pick somebody to come back to the villa with. He was gonna find somebody, come hell or high water. And it just so happened Tiara locked in on him, and I think part of her reasoning is that he's my guaranteed way into this villa. Now she came in hot,
I disagree.
and I
I
said
don't
same thing
think.
with
Hold on.
Parmita.
Let me.
Hold on,
I'm
let
just
me
saying.
finish
I
my
don't think he
thought.
wouldn't have done that.
I think
Casey likes to be
this is
chased.
once
Casey likes to be
again,
chased. That's why he keeps
yeah, he
bringing
wants the
up.
princess
That's
treatment.
why he keeps bringing up the whole being left behind that door. Casey doesn't, and that's why he did not go for Soul. He does not like to
Mm,
chase. I don't think he would have chosen
mm.
anybody had they not been up on him. I think Casey likes to be chosen, which is what he got
Okay,
at Casa.
I okay, I'll give you that. Okay, you know what? Yes, you're absolutely right. He definitely wants the princess treatment. I'll definitely
He's
give
a
you that.
yeah, yeah.
And
He
here's
wants
the
to be the baddie in
thing:
the relationship, and we're not.
When Trinity was addressing Casey directly, and he's like, I think Trinity was really like, just explain it to me. Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Explain it to me how you can switch up that fast. From a
Well,
nine,
I don't
because
think
I
she
think in
approached it with
her
that kind of care. I don't think she actually wanted him to tell
she
her.
didn't, because she was hot. She was at a
She's
10. And
mad,
like
and
I
that's
said,
fine. I'm just saying they handle
she
it
was
poorly,
mad.
but they were mad.
She handled it poorly. And then Tiara, when she came in, and she's just like,
They handle it
I'm not
worse.
talking to you. And it was just like Trinity was like, I'm not talking to you, baby. I'm talking to him. He can talk for himself. He's a grown man. You do not need to. I'm like, I don't need your explanation. It's not even about you. And you're not a factor, because I know you came in and did what you were supposed to do. It's like, you didn't do anything wrong. But it was just like, yeah, she went, are you gonna make me shut up? And I'm just like, Trinity's like, oh,
It was just
okay,
like, and
all
then yeah, for
right.
TT, me and like the whole TT of it all, I was just like, you're too grown. Like you're like this girl is 22. You are
Hmm.
27.
Calling her a baby,
What are
you
you
know.
doing? Like, why are
Hmm.
you saying no? You're not gonna shut me up. I'm like, why would you go on there and just perpetuate the same stereotype that people have of us? Why would you do that?
Hmm.
Like, why
Yeah.
would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
was just like,
You.
why are you saying shit that's so cliche? Like, you're a little girl. Who's gonna shut me up? I was like, it's so
Mm,
cliche. It's so
mm,
played out. Like, god damn, have a little
yeah.
class. Like, shit.
And I
Like,
would have
make
been.
us
I'm
look
like,
good.
yeah.
Ugh.
And honestly,
Give them
I would have
grace.
been
I'm
highly,
also in my
highly.
late 30s, so they just don't get it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
And I'm in my early 40s and I'm like, I would have been highly offended. I'm like, girl, I'm not even talking to you. This has nothing to do with you. He's here for him. I understand that. But we're having a discussion for somebody I've known longer than you've known him. We've probably had more conversations, but this is when I knew that because when they finally let Casey talk and he talked about, hey, we're from the, South Central, he talked about being everything with Anaya took effort. She's a smart, beautiful. She comes from a good family. I think there's also because she
Jealousy?
said jealousy as far as social class. I think
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah, that
I think there's a
happens.
part of his insecurity with Anaya. And then when he said effort versus effortless, meaning I don't have to do anything special for Tiara, and that's when I'm like, that's the first little, oh my gosh, girl, you're in trouble. This man thinks he doesn't have to do anything for you where he had to work to be with Anaya, which he
But to be
didn't want to have to put in the
honest,
work. Hold on, let me finish. And then when he said, when I look at her, I see my mom, and when she talks, I hear my sister, I said, oh, she's cooked.
why?
This man is there for you. You're there to be his emotional mule. That's what it is. And I said, and you do not realize it. He is not looking at you as a girlfriend or potential partner. You're there to serve a purpose. You're a tool for him. And I'm just like, you're cooked. I'm like, you're done. This man is going to dog the shit out of you.
Okay, so
Because the chase is
I
over
I
now.
agree with
The chase is
I
over.
agree
He
with
got you. Got it. She got you. The chase is over. Now the real case. Now you're gonna see the real KC because the chase is over because he's picked you. There's no chasing anymore.
yeah.
And here's the thing. She's not gonna have to continue to fight for Casey because Anaya done.
Right. Okay, so I agree with a lot of what you said.
Okay.
Um, one thing I will say is, do you not feel like they probably have more in common than him and Anaya? I do believe that's the god honest truth. They probably do have more in common. I think Naya grew up with a lot of privilege that he was not afforded. I think
Mm-hmm.
probably TT grew up the same way.
Mm-hmm.
They grew. It's the struggle of, and if
Mm-hmm.
that's what you want, baby, go have it. I'm not
Right.
going to apologize for having legs up in this world when I already was born into the world with so many things stacked against me. So, nope, not going to apologize. And Nanaya shouldn't either. If they want each
Mm-hmm.
other, have each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. And I think that's where we may differ in the sense that I don't really give a damn that Casey does not want Anaya. That's fine.
I don't
I
either.
can understand that they're not a good match. I can understand that he feels like TT is more his speed, whether it be sexually, mentally, emotionally, economy wise. They probably are more yoked, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Look how he acting and look how she's acting.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Have each other.
Right.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
like how they just had to just have this like lick back on how like they just had to have the last word. And I'm like, at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, Casey, come in there like you gave a shit about this girl's feelings, like you claimed you did. So and say,
Mm-hmm.
listen, it hurts me to see her hurt, but at the end of the day, I had to make a decision based off of what I want. Say it like that. What he said was just
Mm-hmm.
like it wasn't about Anaya. It was only about me. That's the way you're put
Mm-hmm.
it, and that's fine. It's how you're wording it. It's how you're positioning it. You act like you give a shit about this girl's feelings. You've been in bed
Right.
with her. You've been coupled up for
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks. You're giving her speeches about
Mm-hmm.
how she's amazing. She's the blueprint. She's beautiful. I believe that at the end of the day, they had to put an effort for that connection. I believe that. I believe
Mm-hmm.
Anaya pretty much only just thinks he's physically there, and he has been affirming her, so that's probably what she likes. She's attracted to him, and he affirms her. I don't think she has anything else in common with this man. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't. And I feel like with TT, he's probably met his match. I feel like
I do.
at the end of the day, TT came in hot. She shouldn't have did what she did. She's definitely gonna pay
Mm-hmm.
for it when it comes to this audience. But at the end of the day, I was looking at Trinity. I was like, let Anaya fight her battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Anaya chose that. You tried to convince her in that dressing room, telling her, okay, dummy,
Multiple
be a
times.
dummy. Okay, and go with your fine shit. And then what happened? Your fine
Mm-hmm.
shit didn't hit you. I'm not saying don't comfort her, but
Mm-hmm.
I was just like coming at Kesey and saying all these additional things. I was like, that should have been Anaya. If someone was going to say anything, it should have been Anaya. She's the one directly affected. But sometimes you just have friends that can speak a little bit
Better.
better for you and what you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, I get that again. I
Mm-hmm.
I will say I did like how Bryce was able to kind of like rein her
Calm her
in
down real
a
quick.
little bit,
Yeah.
but I also
Mm-hmm.
like that he was kind of like looking like, oh, okay,
Yeah, I like
ooh,
this. Mm-hmm.
shit.
You know he liked that shit. He liked it.
But then
Yeah.
when she was starting to go like bah 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 bah, he was like, okay. He like
Mm-hmm.
grabbed both of her arms, and that's when she
He
started
just
crying.
grabbed her and he's just like, calm down. And she did. She
Yeah.
calmed down really fast. But I will have to
But it's
say
like when Naya said,
is,
"Was this Bad Girls Club?" I was like, "Naya, girl."
yeah.
And Naya said, "Wait, who's fighting? Ah,
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
princess."
Absolute. Absolutely. Like I
Oh,
said,
oh, did you notice that?
mm,
It's all over line. Melanie, Kenzie, and Parmita are not in the scene at all, and they're if you pin to their guys, they're not sitting next to them. So I think that escalated a lot more than they're saying,
mm-hmm.
and they had to remove certain people. Because if you
I'll have
look,
to go back and look at
yeah,
that.
yeah, Sincere, Melanie is not next to Sincere at all. Not even close. He's gone. And then if you look at Corbin, it doesn't like you can't really fully see if somebody's next to him, but it doesn't seem like it either. And they never pan to her if you notice. And then
Mm,
they never pan to any of the girls except for Kata and Trinity because I
Trinity.
believe they had to like probably remove some of the girls because it was getting a little too
Mm,
heated.
yeah. And I did see where Melanie pulled up a knife and just like, just don't cry here, and pulled her.
Right afterwards, but go back and look because I
Yeah.
had to go and look too because I saw it on the internet. I was like, really? And I was like, yeah,
Yeah. I
that
have to go
is
back and look.
true. Melanie didn't have anything to say, and Melanie would have had lots to say because she
Lots to
did
say.
say about Corbin, you ain't got to be disrespectful, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Okay, I'll
liking
have to go back and
Melanie.
look at that.
I'm liking
But
Melanie.
here's the thing, I think with Parmita and Tiara, they only thought about one part of the game, and that was getting out of Casa. Ma'am, eventually, pissing off these OG
It's
girls
gonna get them
in
kicked
the
off.
villa
Yeah.
is going to get you kicked off because eventually there's going to come a vote where they're going to have to save your
Well, it
ass.
just sucks because they don't think they realize. Because I think at the end of the day, they're not necessarily trying to win. They're just trying to
Mm-hmm.
like be relevant. But like, babe, when you come out and people hate you, that's not gonna be helpful either. Look at Ace. He
Mm.
had a following, and look what he did. He fucked his whole bag up because you're in there just
Mm-hmm.
talking shit about people. You came out talking shit about
Mm-hmm.
people, and people don't
Mm-hmm.
like that, especially the black
Right.
community. Black community is gonna
Mm-hmm.
ride behind somebody, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, so
Yeah.
you gonna come for Anaya?"
especially
No.
especially as women. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and
definitely
I'm
going
telling you,
to
her
have less
demographic,
grace for her.
Anaya's demographic, the one of the privileged black middle class women.
The suburban girls are going to rip her a new
We are
one.
the ones that are going to fund them. So he needs to be careful. She does too, because at the end of the day, we're definitely pushing Anaya. We're definitely pushing Trinity. When it comes to
Mm.
brand deals, collaborations, black women are going to show up and show out
Mm-hmm.
every single time. And the ones that have the
Yep.
coins, 100% will spend it
Yep.
for their people.
You're right.
So you're
Yeah.
you're bad. Look at Orlandria.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen that
100%.
kind of success.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
because she was screwed over so bad in that villa. People were like, no, rewrite for Orlandria at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it's going to be the same way for Anaya.
Mm-hmm.
Trinity already got
Absolutely.
it. She's going to be the Serena of the season, which is like
Mm-hmm.
you have maybe your blow up, but you're relatively calm. And at the end of the day, you're just going to kind of skate through and win. That's going to be
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be Trinity. Because I did not see Serena and Cordell coming through and to win that. And they did. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
definitely was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. And people do love her and Bryce together. So yeah, they will. I feel like they have the
Oh no,
best
it's
chance
done.
to
Like they're
win.
winning. And that's why I'm saying unless Anaya just has this crazy arc with like Caleb or something, and then like fall in love
Carl,
or
not Caleb.
Carl.
Carl.
Well, I said Caleb because like it would be people. It would be that random story where people are just
Mm,
surprised, and that's what I'm saying. Like
okay.
that's why Landry and Nick was so powerful because it did come as a surprise that they actually
Mm,
found each other at the end of this with all the different
mm,
circumstances. So I'm like, unless something like that happens with Anaya, I do think that Trinity's gonna win. But I think the only other
okay.
I think top four is gonna be the Brat Pack. So it's gonna be Melanie, Kada, Anaya, and Trinity, whoever they're with.
Yeah,
The guy don't
for
matter.
sure. Yeah, the guy. Yeah,
Guy
we're
does not
definitely.
matter.
It's definitely the women are definitely running the show
Yeah,
for
the women
sure.
always run the show, and that's the stupid part. Is Casey could have definitely won that show with Anaya. They probably would
Yep.
have.
Mm-hmm.
They were close.
They would have been the only one giving
Trinity and
Bryce
Bryce
and
will run for
Trinity
their
a run for
money.
their
Right,
money.
right,
Yeah,
right.
you're right. But
Mm-hmm.
he didn't. He didn't. So
But anyways,
that's what
girl,
it is. He didn't
After
want to put
Sun
in
is
the effort.
tonight.
So
No, he didn't.
um,
After Sun's tonight.
yeah,
I'll be
we'll
watching
see.
that.
I'm 50-50 on whether I watch After Sun because it's just
Oh,
um the the Casa people that got voted out. We'll be 50-50. Really, I'm just interested in Sunday's episode because after everything.
oh no,
Plus,
I
I want to
like.
see
A lot of
the.
people don't watch
I
After
want
Sun,
to
but I do.
see. I haven't watched the After Sun episode. Really, honestly, I'm looking forward to Sunday
Of
because I'm just
course.
like
Yeah, you want to see fallout.
especially once they go to their bedrooms and they're all in their beds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's
I'm
gonna be
going
interesting seeing like
to.
TT and Casey how they act in that bedroom. I guarantee you, Anaya's probably gonna sleep outside the first couple nights so she doesn't have to see it,
Yeah,
unless Carl is back.
Carl definitely
And
coming
I
back.
cannot wait because obviously they had to bring back a girl, so I cannot wait to see a more fucking fuck up Sincere Melanie
This
shit
is
because she
shit.
definitely finna come in there and
Rock that
hopefully,
shit. Yeah.
hopefully Sincere does the right thing. It says I already explored you. I'm sticking with Melanie. You go do your
hmm
thing.
That's not what's gonna happen, but okay.
I'm still holding.
But
And that's the
we'll
thing.
see.
Sincere. Now, Casey made me take my foot off of Sincere's neck because
That's true.
I was fuck you, Sincere.
Sincere
Shut
and
up. Now I'm like
Corbin's
Sincere. He's a lover boy. Because
He
I can tell, you can
definitely.
tell evil. You know evil shit when you see it. And what I see from KC, that's some evil shit. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you're just trying to hurt these women now, and then you want to hurt black
hmm
women. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's
I was just like,
malicious.
damn, Casey, you went from probably one, other than Bryce, one of the top guys, all the
Mm-hmm.
way to the bottom for me.
Yep.
Like, you went from my watch list to my no fly list so freaking fast, and now
Yeah, he's on my no-fly list
you
for sure.
he's on death row with me.
Oh.
hmm
I like to
He
leave room
done.
for
I
grace
know.
for people to grow,
No,
especially
he's
when they're
not.
22,
No,
23. I have to leave
no.
room for growth. And
If
nobody's
he can,
perfect. So, because, yeah, and my girl, Nikki Starr, always disclaims the beginning of her shows, like, listen, these are kids. These are people who are
hmm
undeveloped brains, the people who lustful,
hmm
hormonal. You got to remember that they stuck in a like. So I do try to offer some grace. I don't really want to believe. I don't actually believe Casey's evil, but I think he's been programmed. I think he's red pilled. I think he needs to really unpack his shit because you keep pro black women, but you don't. You do feel that way,
hmm
but you have this underlying. I want to punish them. And
Yeah.
I choose them, so they better choose me. They better
Right.
choose me. And I don't like
Yeah.
that. That's my problem
Yeah.
with him.
Well, when it comes to Casey, like I said, he is on death row with me. The best he can hope for is to get life without parole. That's it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
It
enough.
depends on
I'm not
how
gonna
it
take that
depends
away.
on how he moves with Tiara. He can get life without
Ooh,
parole.
baby. I hope he fucks over Tierra. I hope he does.
Oh, I know he will.
I
I know he will.
I hope he does in the villa. So I get some TV. So I get some mess. Because I can't
Yeah.
wait to see TT get him together. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because I got a little snippet where he told her he was going to sleep in that bed with Sydney. She goes, what you mean?
Oh yeah. That clip definitely like, ooh, you're in
Baby,
danger.
you in danger. That like
hmm
that's a girl from Inglewood. Okay.
hmm
Ooh.
So
Anyways.
we'll see what happens. But I'm like you said, I just felt so bad for Anaya. But I'm like, girl, I will have to, Trinity, stop telling this girl she's not stupid. I'm like, no, she's stupid.
She's a
And
dummy.
you told her that
She's a
much. You
dummy.
told her,
She
quit
was
being
a
a
dummy for
dummy.
that decision, 100%. And I felt
Kennedy definitely
awful
told
for
you.
her when she said, "I should have chose Carl."
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
she
"Yay,
walked
girl, you should
away.
have."
You
But
should
we heard
have.
you loud and clear, girl. We're gonna get Carl right back up in there.
And here's the
We
thing.
got you. But I don't think she
I
likes Carl,
hope
so that's sad.
here's the thing. I don't think she like. I think there's sexual attraction is not there, and I will have to give you that.
That can
I'm
grow.
not when I
That
look
can
at
grow.
Carl,
That
I'm like,
can grow.
But here's the thing. I think with Carl, if anyone was going to give her the princess treatment that she is so the fairy tale that
It's
she really
Prince
wants, it's
Naveen.
going to be Carl.
Prince Naveen.
And I'm like, and I think because she was so caught up in KC, she never really tried to fully put herself out there with Carl. Because I feel like they do have
I
stuff
think
in
she was
common with the
doing.
volleyball and the travel. And I'm
Yeah,
just like,
I think she was doing with
girl.
Case with Carl with She was trying to live up to what her and Casey talked about, which is they're going to choose each other. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what she had in her mind because I think they had several conversations about them choosing each other. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
she like before the and that's when I knew she wasn't going to choose him. When she was
Mm-hmm.
talking about I'm just scared because it just feels like he might not choose me in the end and we like I always choose him and I'm scared he won't choose me. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
she gonna
Yeah.
choose him. But anyways, y'all,
So, yeah.
we got to get out of here. We love you guys. Another episode down. We're going to be reviewing the next couple episodes from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That will drop on Thursday. So you guys keep a lookout, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can get your next update of Love Island.
Awesome. All right. We'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye.